Hello, YouTube world. Welcome back. My name is Derek. Welcome to the Black and White Effect. Glad to have you guys join me today. I wanted to hop on really quickly. I had a very busy day today handling some business, but I wanted to hop on. Um, as I was going through my day, God gave me a word today um, that He put on my heart to kind of really get out to the masses. And it's two words that God gave me that kind of stuck with me, and I kind of went over different instances and what I seen in the world that contributes to a lot of this, and even my own personal situations in life that I've seen or dealt with personally. But I kind of wanted to hop on and kind of give you guys, just a little bit of a word and take. And it's two words that I want to discuss that really intertwine with each other. And those two words are drama and trauma. Again, I'm gonna say that again: drama and trauma. And I'm gonna start off like this because I want to start off with an example just to give you guys some kind of an insert of what I'm talking about. For instance, when it comes to drama, you may be in a relationship with somebody, boyfriend and girlfriend. Y'all getting to know each other. At some point in time, you end up having a child. That's part of being in a relationship. That's part of coming together and building something that may be everlasting. Well, a lot of times life, comes along and relationships doesn't work out. So you have to separate. And, this is prevalent in a lot of different relationships. It mostly happened to men statistically, but it also happens to women also. You have a child together, y'all break up, go your separate ways, go your separate lives. But you're still, as a man, you're still invested into your child. You're picking that child up. You're spending time with them. If that child needs something, whether it's shoes, clothes, or school supplies, or money to go to the dance or on a field trip, that man or that said father is doing what he's supposed to do to take care of his responsibilities. And again, I've also seen situations where women are in that situation where, their child is living with the father, and the mother has to be the one that's a provider outside of the household that's contributing to that child. But like I said, statistically, you see it more in men do women, and it gets to a point where drama, the word drama, starts to come in. You got somebody that's taking care of their responsibilities as a man, but just because you want to be low down, you want to be hateful, and you want to keep that man away from his child because of any particular reasons. He's taking care of his responsibilities. I'm not going to say that's every man out here, but I'm speaking for the ones that do because I don't know anything about that. But I'm speaking to the ones that do. If you're out there taking care of your child, and women, if you're out there taking care of your child, but yet you got somebody that wants to act a plumb fool with you for no reason, that's drama. That's something you don't have to deal with. You don't have to entertain buffoonery. If that person want to be low down and keep you away from your child because they trying to do it out of hurt and pain because they still want to be with you, but yet they telling you they don't, all these musician tricks, magical tricks that they're doing to put up a front like they really don't care about you and they over you, but yet they doing everything they can to keep you from spending time with your own child that you helped create. That's drama. You don't need that in your life. What you can do is just focus on your child. A lot of men keep messing with their child's mother and wonder why they deal with so much drama. A lot of women move on, be with other men in relationships, but keep going back to deal with their child's father, but wonder why they keep having drama in their life. It don't add up. Make it make sense. Do you want to get rid of drama and have a peaceful life, or do you want to continue to have drama but look lost and frustrated, don't understand why there is drama in your life? It don't make sense to me. Another example. Family. Now, I talk a lot on this channel about family because family is important. These are the closest people to you than the Most High. And these are people that you're supposed to rely on and count on, not only for the good and the bad, but also you're supposed to rely on them for love and peace and understanding. And these are the people that's supposed to, be your full support system, in this world that we live in. But sometimes drama, and a lot of people know what I'm talking about. Drama enter families. It happens all the time. You got to get together. You coming together for a good cause. You probably ain't seen each other in a long time, so you coming up with a date and a time for everybody to get together, whether it's at a park or somebody's house or at some place where you have gatherings, and everybody's there dressed up, looking good, smelling good. Food is coming out, looking all delicious. You ready to eat, and all of a sudden here comes some drama walking through the door, and you can smell it. That person that's always got to come in and stir some stuff up. They want to bring up something that happened 10 years ago that they still butt hurt about, and they keep bringing it up to create drama and division in families. Or they hating on somebody else because their life ain't going the way they expected, but they see somebody else, not knowing what that person has been through, not knowing what that family has been through to get to where they are at. But you only see the outcome. You didn't see what it took to get there. So you hating from a distance. I wonder how they got that. What they doing to get that? Drama. Keeping up mess. For what? It's just more stress on top of yourself, and you creating divisions in your own family. You hurting your own family. And you don't even know it because we so programmed to do it. It's buffoonery to me. It's buffoonery. Drama like dealing with other people's situations and other people's households. If we focus on what's going on in our household, just our four walls or how many walls you got in your household, and not worry about what's going on in other people's household, because that's what create drama also. Your household can be peaceful. You and your significant other are getting along, your kids are doing good in school, and all of a sudden people will start calling you with their drama. And then you will take that on and bring it into your household, and now your household is stressed. Now you stressed because of what's something going on in somebody else's household. It's crazy to me. But as you get older, you will understand that. See, a lot of people don't understand that when they're younger. You think you on the phone listening to somebody, helping somebody get through a situation. But most 9 times out of 10, that person is straight up using you. They constantly calling you about negativity. They don't never call you about anything positive. They don't never call and say, I just want to call and see how your day is going. Hey, I just want to call and tell you I love you. It was just I just wanted to stop by the store and pick this up and bring it to you. I was just thinking about you. It's nothing like that. It's man, let me tell you what's going on, man. This girl keeping all these bills, these folks at my job, these like look, everybody's going through something. Deal with that situation. Stop bringing on your problems to somebody else's household. That's drama. More stress, more issues. Drama and trauma brings on sickness, mentally, physically, spiritually. And some people are so used to doing it that they don't realize what they're doing. They haven't been taught to understand what's right and what's wrong. That's crazy to me. Full blown grown adults, 40, 50, 60 years old, still out here acting like 20, 30-year olds, keeping up mess. We ain't got time for that, people. Another example. We stand on this word drama because I'm gonna beat it into your head. The workplace. We always got that one person or somebody who want to keep up drama. It's not the job. Because 9 times out of 10, people understand this. When you're working and you're trying to you're working to have a paycheck to pay your bills to live. Your work is going to be tough. It's going to be stressful for a lot of jobs. I would say 90% of the jobs out here in the world is going to be stressful and tough. So people understand that comes with working. But you know what really makes the job harder than the work itself? Because sometimes it's not the company, sometimes it's not the job itself, it's people. People at your job make your job harder than what it is by keeping up drama, keeping up mess, talking about people, stirring up controversy. That's ridiculous. You can't sit there, have a normal conversation, talk about life, talk about kids, talk about traveling. We got to sit here and talk about, did you see Bob, what he was wearing today? Did you see the type of lunch he brought in today? Oh my God. Did you see what Larry said in the sales meeting today? Oh my God. Who cares? I'm trying to get this money and go home. I'm trying to do my 8 hours, clock out, because I don't want to deal with this supervisor and what they talking about. I don't want to deal with these customers calling me complaining and what they talking about. And on top of that tomfoolery, I got to deal with you here at work, stirring up mess, doing little slick stuff, eating people's food in the refrigerator that's not yours. Everybody got to investigate who it is because of your tomfoolery. Stuff like that, just I don't understand it, people. I really don't. If you don't have to deal with drama in your life, don't deal with it. Life is tough already. And on top of that, you got to deal with other folks' drama when you can just alleviate that. In my last show, I talked about doors and how you can close doors and open them. You can keep people away and situations away, and there are doors you can walk through. There are opportunities and positive opportunities for you. But sometimes you can close those doors and move on. You don't have to deal with that. Some people feel stuck in relationships. Some people feel like they can't get away from this job. Some people feel like, they can't move on from this situation. Yes, you can. It's all in here. You got to overcome that. Either you want to stay in drama and mess and be consumed by that, or you want to move on, be at peace, be happiness, be happy. It's all about working on your mental. Now let's get to that other word, trauma. This is a good one. I know a lot of people in this world deal with trauma, whether it's physically dealing with abuse, mentally, um, dealing with bullying and all these different things, emotionally being in relationships and people, your mate belittling you, all these different types of things um, that leads to trauma in this world. Um, but what I want to start out with when it comes to trauma is dealing with kids, because kids are the most precious thing that we have in this world. They are. And when you talking to your kids, you got to understand what you're saying coming out your mouth to your child. It it affects them. You may not feel like it. You may feel like you toughening them up. You may feel like you giving them tough love. But you got to understand what you saying to your kids really do affect them. You can't sit up there and say you always you mind me just like your daddy, or you just mind me just like your mama. You can't keep saying that to a child. You just can't. I mean, but kids are always going to blame themselves as though they can't do anything right. So if you always bringing up stuff that they did wrong, they 22 years old, but you keep bringing up stuff that they did when they were 17, 12, 15 years old, 8 years old. Yeah, I remember when you got in trouble. Okay, I know that. You don't have to keep telling me. That's trauma. Person can't never feel like they can leave that behind because it keeps replaying over and over in their head. They feels like they can't never get away from that. They can't do anything right, like I said. That's trauma. Hearing your kids down, not giving them hope, not giving them stability, not telling them to look towards the future and there's greater things ahead, but making your child feel like that's the highest they're gonna get in their way of thinking. No matter where you live in this great America, no matter where you live in this world, if you have a child that lives in the middle class, you should be talking to your child every day about opportunities in the world, how to grow, how to be better, how to stay stronger mentally. Give them work on their confidence, work on their mindset. You want them to be better than you. But some parents will sit there and make their child feel like they beneath them. And what I mean beneath them is you ain't gonna never be better than me. I'm the finest thing walking. Back in my day, I was the stuff. Like, can't nobody, girl. You can't deal. You'll never get to what I will. Why? You don't want your child to be better than you. Something you created to be better than you. You want them to stay right there up under you. Some people are parents. Some people are mammies and daddies who just show up whenever they get ready. Not fathers, just a daddy who springs up. You remember that toy that you just keep twisting, turning and turning and turning that box, and you just waiting for that little man to pop up. You just keep turning and turning and turning, and it pops up. Yeah, it comes when it gets ready. That's trauma to that child. They feeling like nobody's there for them. Not only that, you talking down to them. We don't talk to our kids no more. They come in from school. We don't ask them, do they got homework? That's number one. We don't ask them how they day went. We don't ask them, what's going on with you? Are you okay? Anything you want to talk about. We just let them go to their room, close their door. Some of us. And the only time we want to talk to our kids is when they're not getting on our nerves. That's not parenting. And then when the school calls you and tell you there's some issues with your child, you all confused. What do you mean? What do you mean he acting up in school? That don't make sense to me. You got a child that's dealing with trauma because you ain't there. You ain't being a parent. You letting the school raise your child. Because you want to be out there in the streets. You want to be on the dating website. You want to be out here posting your Instagram pictures when you 40, 50 years old, supposed to be in the house or at work or doing something constructive, but you too busy taking half naked photos or trying to get a man or a woman instead of being a parent to your child. So that's why we got a lot of lost kids in this world. That's trauma. One of the biggest trauma statistics that I've seen um, in the world today, especially Americans, because we consume a lot of television and music and movies more than any other country in this world. Um, if you sitting watching TV all day, watching Fox News and CNN and all these different news outlets, you'll start to develop trauma just by watching television. Watching shootings all day and school shootings and all these massacres and Democrat and Republican. Let me tell y'all something. Please don't entertain this Democrat and Republican buffoonery. These are two groups of people, two groups of parties. But when they on TV, they act like they can't get along. But when the cameras cut off, they go down there to the steakhouse right down the street from the White House, and they go hang out. They families know each other. They vacation together. So while you at home sitting there looking at CNN and Fox News, talking about I'm a Democrat and I'm a Republican, we are sad people. Come on now, come on now. Ain't nothing got better. That's another topic for another day. I'm not even gonna go down that rabbit hole. But what I'm saying to you is when you sitting up there watching stuff that programs you all day long to where you start to get desensitized of it, like you get used to it. Today there was another school shooting and such, and you're just like, oh, okay. That's sad. That's trauma. When you get used to it. But some people get emotionally attached to it. It's another way of trauma entering your life. Again, you sitting at home, life is going good, bills are paid, kids are doing good in school, you and your husband marriage is going well, whatever the case may be. Got money in the bank, all of a sudden you see something come up across the stream about a school shooting at an elementary. It's going to affect you if you really have a soul. But if you really don't have a soul, then you feel like, well, we still should keep guns that's killing our babies. That's trauma. You take that on. That's not good trauma when you can, be happy and proud about. Trauma isn't good. Trauma isn't positive. Trauma is always negative. The music that you listen to. If you listen to somebody all day, if you just listen to love songs all day long, but you ain't got no significant other, that's trauma. You in love with who? The imaginary person that's riding beside you in the car? The imaginary person that's laying beside you in the bed? You just got your arm up kissing on nobody? That's trauma. Let whatever, relationship, past relationship that you were dealing with, let that go. Move on, work on yourself. Then try to find you somebody or let that person come to you. Pray to the Most High for that person to come into your life. But just sitting there all day to my, yeah, I love you. No, come on, are you serious? It's trauma, people. Movies. You can't sit up there and let your kids watch everything. These horror movies that show all this killing and stabbing and ritual stuff, and you sitting there letting your kids look at it because you don't want nothing to do with them. Go in the room and watch whatever you want to watch. How long can I watch Jason? Yeah, you can watch Jason and Michael and Thomas and who they don't know who it is. They just want that child out their face. That child getting on their nerves. So that child is in there watching these horror movies, and you wonder why they go out there and do the things that they do, or they have the mindset that they have. There's some sad parents out there. But like I said, they not parents. They mammies and daddies. Two different things. People got to understand that. Trauma is real, people. I'm going to give you a perfect example. I seen this happen. Not to me, but I seen this happen in real life to a friend. If you call somebody, no, take that back. If somebody calls you and asks you for money and you got it, and they say, "Hey man, can I borrow $200?" Yeah, man, sure, got it for you. I'm finna send it to you right now. No questions asked. But then when it's time for you to need them and ask them for some money, they want to give you a speech before they give you the money. Then want to ask you what the money is for. And you like, if I got to go through all this just to get this money, you can keep that $20 because it's not that important. I just rather go out here and figure out another way. See, stuff like that don't make sense to me. That's how you create drama in between friendships. That's how you create drama between family members. That's how you create drama in your household. You're there for people, but people can't be there for you, and then they wonder why you don't talk to them like you used to. You don't hang out with them like you used to. That's drama. A friend's supposed to be there no matter what. If I got it and you need it, I'm gonna help you. That's a person that has a good heart, a good soul. But if I call you, and I'm always there for you now, but if I call you and I say, hey, I need to borrow $10. Well, let me tell you about my money. I really don't play about my money. So, you got to make sure you get this $10 back to me, as soon as possible. I'm like, man, you can keep that $10. I ain't got time for that. I didn't call you to get a speech. If I want to do that, I can just Google Martin Luther King and hear speeches all day. I don't want to hear that. Can you give me the $10 or not? That's all I need to know. Stop letting trauma and drama consume your life. Be happy. Learn to be in peace. Learn to not deal with other people's situations. It's okay to be there for people, like I said, but don't let nobody abuse you. Don't let nobody take advantage of you because people will do it and act like they don't know what they doing. Either they ain't been taught or they don't know. But either way, they act like they don't know what they doing. So work on your mindset. Work on your peace. Because in today's time, that's important. And what I'm learning in this world as we go through 2025, it's not about money for me. It's not about the material things for me anymore. It's about my peace. It's about my happiness. If you know that you got an expiration date on your life, then you won't be walking around here mad all the time, creating drama, dealing with trauma. Trauma is a hard thing to get over. But with prayer, with getting closer to the most high, with learning yourself and who you are, spending time with yourself, eating healthier, meditating, those are things that will get you past that trauma. No matter what it is in life, you can always get over something in life. It may be grayer days, it may be storms going on in your life, but those days don't last long. It's just coming on through, just like a storm coming through a city. It's just passing on by. Learn to have peace and happiness and joy in your life. Let trauma and drama go because it's not worth it. Again, my name is Derek. Thank you all again for watching my show, The Black and White Effect. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Like I stated, I'm working on this channel, trying to get content out to you guys. I'm going to be doing this, very often. So love to hear you guys' feedback again. Thank you so much.